Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Happy Sat Turd Day. Today we've got a Turd Festival. You guys requested it, so today's multiple Turd Day. I met my son yesterday morning for breakfast. I had bought some equipment online from a local college, state college. So I picked a restaurant close by. We had breakfast. My son helped me load up the goodies. It was a short drive away. So I bid on this stuff on Gov Deals. I've bought stuff on Gov Deals before from the local airport authority, from counties, from state government, city government, town government. So this state college had a variety of things for sale. Filing cabinets. I'm not interested in filing cabinets. Anything surplus that you'd find at a college they had, but I was mostly interested in their equipment. So I ended up purchasing this group of 5 weed whips. They're all whippers. I paid 48 for all 5. So everything I bought, there was just one picture of all the items. I didn't preview this stuff. I just went by the picture. I saw that a couple of them were echoes. Couldn't tell what these two were, and then I saw still. So this one here, we'll look at these red max on that. This is a Kawasaki. I think most of them have heads, except for the still. No head on that one. So the assistant purchasing director helped my son and I, and when I loaded up this one, I noticed the trigger handle was broken off. I was waiting for the guy to get the paperwork, and my son and I were looking at him. Noticed this was broken off. These two echoes are both the same. The Sierra Romeo Mike 230s. Like 2011s, I think. Right around there. Yeah, 2011. So I told my son this is probably a campus with no small engine mechanic. There's just not enough work for a mechanic to do. They probably outsource. They'll probably go to a local Echo dealer, and the state will just pay for repairs. And then it comes time to buy new equipment, they just liquidate it. So the assistant said the fiscal tax year is coming to an end, so they're shedding all the old junk to make room for the new junk. That's how it works. I've talked to these purchasing directors throughout the years. They're allocated a budget. If they don't spend what's in their budget, it goes back into the general pool. So they shed the old stuff, whether it's working or not, and buy new, or their money gets put back in the general pool. So I thought maybe we could try these two. So I've got a little mixed fuel and an eyedropper. Then I'll show you what else I bought. There's more turds where these came from. So I'll probably just pop the air filters out and give it a little couple of dropfuls of mix and see if they kick off. This one here, the Red Max, the spark plug is broken off. The porcelain's cracked. I don't know if they dropped it, but this thing has seen better days. And I just dropped my eyedropper and got it full of sand. That's uncool. Doesn't look too dirty here. The filter's a little wonky. Let me blast this eyedropper off. It's full of sand. I don't want to inject sand into a 2-cycle. Okay. It's always something. I worked on a steel chainsaw yesterday. A co-worker had brought it to me, and I messed with it. It had spark. I tried to put a few drops of fuel in it. Nothing. Couldn't get it to do anything. So I'm going to tell them, come get it. I don't want to get bogged down. If it's a quick fix, I'll try. But if it's not, then I don't want to mess with it. I got my own junk. I'm slowly trying to get some of these jobs done for people. I got a rider to work, 2 riders to work on for people. The chainsaw was one of them. I just don't want to work on anything for anybody. Okay, put that in there. That should be good enough. I'm going to choke it and just pull primer bulbs in shape. This is the one with the broken throttle. So I'll choke it and just go. Okay, so that's a winner. I just got to order the plastic throttle tabs. Probably going to be 10, 15 bucks, knowing that it's an Echo. Just remove this, put the new trigger on it. So that was a good one. So I got my money back. I spent $89 on everything. So if I could sell that whipper for 80, I think it's worth 80 on the used market. I still got to show you the other stuff. So there was a Grasshopper 0-turn, the 729. It's got a Kubota 3-cylinder gas engine. There was no interest on it. I bid on it, and somebody at the very end got anxious and outbid me by $2. I lost it by $2. Same thing, one picture. Nothing about hours or if it runs. It just says it didn't say much, actually. And it was still there when I went to get this stuff. Okay, broken primer bulb on that, but I got those in stock. Take the choke off. Oh, I got it on stop, so that would make a difference. It's not going to spark if I got the switch to stop. Okay, so that kicked off. So we got 160, 80, and 80. So that was good. It just needs a primer bulb, maybe a carb clean. So I'm happy. So I couldn't tell what brand this was, just one picture of this. But if you step back 50 feet, it says Westward is the brand. Looks just like a Harbor Freight parts washer. So I got that for 25 on the washer. So I didn't know what the brand was. So I went to Harbor Freight and did some research. You can get the pumps for like 25 or 30 bucks. So I figured if I spent 25 on it, 25 for a pump, if the pump don't work, I got 50 bucks into it. That's Harbor Freight. This Westward is another company, and I just went to their website. They're calling this a 20-gallon. They have huge pressure wash parts cleaners. They're calling this a 20-gallon for $218. And I didn't know there was a difference in solvent, but it said this one takes a water-based solvent, so I can't use like acetone or gasoline or whatever, anything flammable. I can't use it in this. It's got to be something like Simple Green, a water-based solvent. So I got to see if this works. I don't have any liquid in it. I don't want to start it dry. But they left me with a rusty metal brush, plumber's brush. So this comes out and this moves here. I don't know what the foam is for. Somebody stuck foam down there. Maybe you guys can tell me, but the water line is right there. So you turn on your switch and it pumps the solvent through here onto your work table. So I don't have a parts washer. Maybe I'll add this to my inventory, get a little workstation set up, and I can put mower parts in here and wash. Put Clucky in charge of that. So I got the only walk behind mower. Same thing, one picture, all I could tell is it was Kawasaki engine. I thought maybe it was a snapper. Couldn't see anything on this. I paid $15 for that, so $89 for everything after the tax and buyer's premium. Buyer's premium was 12.5%. Tax was another 7% county tax. So my son and I and the assistant, we loaded this up, and it's actually a Graverly. And I was quite surprised how good a condition, because I didn't see anything back here from the picture. It was a straightforward picture. So no bag. It's got a plug for the discharge. So I can tell from the Kawasaki code, the FJ 180, it's a 180cc. That much I know. And the model number is the 911140. It's from Wisconsin, Graverly. So I don't know what year it is. Maybe in '06. I see '06 here. I didn't do any research. So that was that. So I'm guessing some of this stuff was maybe not working on the weed whips. Some of it, like I said, if they don't buy new stuff, the money gets put back into the general fund again. So some of this stuff might work, some of it might not. So let's try to figure out what the deal is. Filter's not bad. Still got the pre-filter. It's got enough oil in it. Still looks golden brown. So maybe the landscape crew might do light duty stuff like change air filters and oil changes, that kind of stuff. But carb rebuilds, probably no. They'll send it out to a designated shop, and the state would just pay the bill. Well, the purchasing agent probably has a credit card with a $5,000 limit, and it's just charged on the credit card. So kind of dusty. So I saw the zero turn up close. It didn't look too bad. It had a one flat in the back, a bald tire, no key in the ignition. I asked the assistant if he knew anything about it. He said no, that they've had it a while. It's been sitting. So I'm sure the battery's probably dead. So I asked him, I said, do you ever get people that never pick up or don't pay? And if that happens on gov deals, they'll suspend you. They don't want people wasting time wasters. And he said, yeah, that people have bought and have been from out of state and they don't show up to pick up the junk. Which I've seen before talking to these purchasing agents. It kind of happened recently too with the Staples auction. People bought shelving. It never came to retrieve. So I'm just going to give this a shot because the tank was dry. Looked at the tank already and it's bone dry. So to do a quick analysis, I'm just going to give it a healthy drink. So as you recall, I got rid of these two Kawasaki's on a snapper, and then I forgot what the other machine was. Guy come out for the first one because he said the carburetor was over $200. So he bought mine for 10. I think I sold it for 10 or 20. And then another guy came out with his buddy, and he had a Kawasaki, and he wanted mine for parts. So I just let two of these things go by the wayside. Hopefully I don't need parts or I'll cry like a baby. But that's how it goes sometimes. You know what I mean? You never see a Kawasaki, and then all of a sudden, I've touched 3 this month. So they stop with the smaller engines, this 180cc. They're on 0 turns now, the bigger twins. Uh, Kawasaki and Briggs and Stratton. On the bigger machines, the 0 turns. Let me pull on this thing. Cables are working on this. They're in good shape, not rusty, so I don't know why they surplus this thing. 1, 2, 3. Oh boy, what a turd festival. That worked. That really worked. This thing's a giant engine. Just pulling it over and sounds like an army tank. 180cc. Let's see if it starts on its own. I'm going to put fuel right into the tank. Primer bulb isn't broken. I'm just going to try priming it. It's got a genuine Kawasaki oil filter. Oh, it looks like a fuel shut-off valve back here. I didn't notice. It's so covered in oily dust. I didn't see that. So this might be my ticket to paradise. This Kakasawi. Got 2 weed whips with potential, and I don't know what these commercial Kakasawis go for. But I don't think they use this thing a lot. Tread's pretty good. The drive wheels, tread is good there. So as we were loading this stuff, my son and I saw a John Deere mower with the reel mowers in the front. This complex has a couple of baseball fields. They were probably going out to cut the grass. Usually you'll see those on golf courses, but also football fields, baseball fields. Okay, this thing isn't priming. Not that I can see. The priming bulb's kind of brown and dark. Yeah, I think the fuel's on straight up and down. I'm guessing is on. Sideways would be off. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking 2 cycle here where it's going to fill the bulb, maybe. Probably not. So I've been priming the crap out of it. Maybe it doesn't need it. Okay, dropped you on the ground, but I found you. So I didn't mess with the drive line on this. I just started it. I didn't want to run over the microphone. So right now I don't see anything wrong with this. So Probably nothing wrong with this. Maybe they upgraded or aren't going to clean parts. That was my haul. Let me get this junk back in order. You guys have a good day. Thanks for coming out. Let me know what you think. Was this Turd Festival worth it? 89 bucks and a couple of cents out the door. So almost 90 bucks for this load of turdish equipment. Happy Sat Turd Day. Any questions, complaints, concerns, criticisms? Tommy period time at Yahoo. You can email me and I'll email you back. Bruce Beaver's killing it with 52 sales and he's out of inventory. I wish I had 52 sales. I probably have 3 sales for the season, but it's going to get wet next week, so hopefully we got a forecast couple inches of rain. Hopefully the grass takes off and I start selling as much as Bruce Beaver is. 52 sales for the year so far. That's a hell of a lot of junk selling. So good for you, Bruce. Keep up the strong work. Have a good day, you guys. Adios, amigos. Tip your waitress and waitstaff.